MMA Viking.
MMA Viking here with Oliver Enkamp with the new suit. Did you just buy this, or was it before or after you signed with the UFC?
I just got it this week. It's the first time I'm wearing it. It's from my new sponsor, Neckwear. So thanks very much. You gotta dress to impress, right? Make a good first impression.
Yeah, are they in most centrums around here, or where do we find these shops?
Täby Centrum. Täby, that's the place to be.
The one thing I noticed, though, not to critique, but let's look at these socks.
Yeah, you know, since I'm in the UFC, we're sponsored by Reebok, so so I'm just representing, making the bosses happy.
Okay, yeah. So local sponsor, global sponsor. Okay. Yeah.
Complete outfit.
I like it. We've had a tradition of asking every Nordic fighter that's made it to the UFC, how did they finally know they got signed? What was the moment where you knew you were actually going to fight in the UFC?
So I got pretty shocked when I heard it because it was such a short notice. I wasn't like waiting for a call. I was just finishing a training session. I was alone in my gym in Täby, and I got a call from United States while I was in the shower. So I picked it up immediately because I knew what was coming. Because why would they otherwise call me from over there? Yeah, it wasn't too much to think about. I just said, let's go, let's do this. I will make the best of this opportunity.
And I guess you're one of the few guys, I don't know if your brother's your manager or you manage it yourself, like you just kind of made this happen on your own.
No, I've got help from a contact in the United States. It's a mutual friend that we have, Leodo Machida, who introduced me to him, and he's been really helpful and made this all come together.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like you're in pretty good shape. I think as one of the few media that was actually watching you grapple just a few weeks ago. How good of a shape are you? Have you been just training the whole time, or how well prepared do you think you are for this short notice fight?
So I don't do like many other fighters going into a camp, training my ass off, and then lying on the couch and drinking beer. I'm a martial artist. I do this all year around, every day. It's not about single fights. It's a lifestyle. So I'm always training. I'm always in shape. I don't do hill sprints and killing myself in practice every day unless I have a fight. So that's the part I have really had to schedule for these intense 2 weeks. But it's also hard when you only have 2 weeks not to overtrain. So I have scheduled also my recovery sessions and just made it as balanced as I can in this short amount of time.
And I think maybe one advantage that people aren't talking about is you actually used to fight lightweight, and now it's a welterweight fight, so I doubt you're cutting like, 10, 15 kilos like the rest of the guys. But looking at your opponent, and he was sitting in your chair before you got here, he's obviously a much bigger guy than you. How do you think you'll compete against these bigger, maybe slower guys also?
Yeah, well, slower, that's what you said, right? Speed kills. So I think it's not always an advantage being bigger. It depends a lot on your fighting style and your tactics, because muscles takes energy, obviously. And if you go out hard straight away, you can gain advantage. But if you have good stamina, I think a body type like mine is gonna be better for longer fights. But I think I might have to put on maybe a few pounds if I'm gonna stay in this division, because in the UFC the welterweights are a bit bigger than in other organizations. But I'm not a fan of big weight cuts. I don't think it has anything to do with the sport. The weight classes are for people to fight other people their size. But when you cut weight, that's a sign of insecurity. You want to fight smaller people. So I'm not afraid to fight someone bigger, and I rather do a easy weight cut and having my energy and stamina than making a big weight cut just to gain a few kilos.
Great. Last question for you, thinking about fighting kind of bigger guys. I think Lyoto Machida was actually a guy who did that for many years. What takeaways did you have from spending time with him, and what kind of advice did he give you that you learned the most from?
It was very interesting to see how they train over there. Everyone has their philosophy and training schedule. I've been at many places around the States and also in Asia and Europe, and everyone got their style. I think I picked up a lot of good stuff from training with Lyoto, and I timed my trip there pretty well because all the gyms were closed between Christmas and New Year, so I got to spend some private time with him. It's been a real good experience.
Great. Well, good luck to you Sunday. Congratulations on getting in the big show, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you very much.
Tack.